Hello, everyone. This is Flippin'Particles, also known as D. I'm a little grumpy today, but that's okay. I'll get over it. It's just a tax issue, because everything got foobarred when we did our taxes yesterday. But anyway, it'll work out. Let's see who's here. Johnny, Cajun Roots Resellers here, and Mike, Mr. Flipping Goodies, and Greg. Hi, Greg. No Money G. And Dave's here, Midwest Picker. And Mary. How you doing, Mary? And Vicky Bluebird's here. And Robin Lisa. Hello, everybody. How you doing today? I'm trying not to glow too much because it's pretty bright. The windows are bright. Dave, you want to come on? That's awesome. Okay, hold on a second. I'll send you the link. Duh. There you go. Hey, Ricky, what's up, buddy? I have 15 minutes. You're on your lunch break? That should be interesting. Everybody be quiet. Shh. Because Dave's on his lunch break and he's going to come on. So, quickly before Dave gets here, it should only take him a minute, but here is my little graph for the day. I made it over my $100 goal, but not to my $200 goal this weekend. Saturday was 152. Sunday was 132, and Monday is 58. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that real quick here. Okay. Add to screen. 58. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing that real quick here. Okay. You have to turn off the YouTube sound because I can hear myself. You have to turn off. Do you have something covering your camera? Are you there, Dave?
Yeah, I'm there.
Your camera's covered. Oh, okay.
Trying to use my webcam.
Oh, it looked like you had like a towel over it or something. So how's it going?
Good. I'm working from home today.
Oh, okay. And you're disciplined enough to give yourself a 15-minute break?
Yeah.
I'm not. How do you nurse from home?
Well, I do chart audits, so a lot of this is all computer work.
Okay. Oh, we got some more people that just joined us. Oh my God, it just jumped. Ansley, hi Ansley, and Wendy, Fat Girl Suing, and the lobsters out there, and HR Huffle Stuff. And Jim, hi Jim, and Paul's up there somewhere. I missed them. And Fishing and Picking. Hi everybody. So how's your day today? Where'd he go? Where'd you go, Dave? I don't know. I guess he left. He's sort of still here, but I don't. He lost his connection. But anyway, how's everybody doing today? Dave looks like PT's brother. Well, he lives in Michigan. Maybe that has something to do with it. We're very pasty. I scared him away. Yeah. Oh, here he is. See, I didn't scare him away.
Yeah. Trying to get my webcam.
You all said that. they just said that you look like you could be my brother. But they also said Greg could be my brother. So, well, it must be a Michigan thing.
Yeah.
Who knows? We could be related in some way. Never know.
Never know.
Well, I did do my. I don't know if you're on 23andMe or not, but I get some strangers claiming that they're related to me all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, most of them are like 23rd cousin or something like that. But
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty weird. Paul said, I'm pretty sure somebody called him a fart in the wind. No, Nana said he disappeared like a fart in the wind. So, what's your day today? I know you was here in Muskegon on Saturday, and I missed you, but and you went to the Goodwill bins.
Yeah, I wasn't real impressed with that. I knew what it was, but I got there early. There was hardly anybody there. Just the idea of digging and picking and going on a treasure hunt, trying to find something of value, I didn't feel like doing it. But the nice thing is they have a store attached to it. So
Yeah.
You have a choice between bins and the regular Goodwill store. So I just went in the store, didn't really find too much.
See, that's what bothers me, because I think they put all the decent stuff in the store. Because I went and dug through there a couple times, but I don't get it. Maybe I just don't give it enough chance. But
Yeah.
but it is small compared to others that I've seen too.
Yeah, I've heard horror stories and people saying you should bring rubber gloves, and some of the stuff is kind of gross, but I didn't think it looked that bad.
No. Well, and this one is pretty new too, so it hasn't had a chance to get too filthy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's pretty small too, because there's only it's not that big, I don't think. Like I stopped at one in Indianapolis, I think it was, and that was pretty huge. And the Grand Rapids one is bigger. Have you ever been to that one?
No, I'm probably too afraid to go there.
I've only been there like once, I think. Maybe twice, I can't remember. But it was pretty aggressive. People are pretty aggressive sometimes. Because it was like the first time that I went there, and I didn't know that you're supposed to wait for them to tell you to go. It's like,
oh yeah,
somebody's like, you gotta wait, and I'm like, oh, sorry. And then after I waited, somebody like swooped in and grabbed the thing that I was looking at. But
yeah, I heard there's like lines painted on the floor, and you're not supposed to step over the line, and all kinds of courtesies you're supposed to do. I don't know anything about that.
I haven't been there for when they've changed the bins here, but I just I don't know. I just don't give it enough chance. I'm like in retail arbitrage mode right now, though.
Yeah.
Because it's winter.
How have your sales been for February?
They're okay. Better than they were for January, that's for sure. You can see on my graph. See my graph right here? This is January, and this is February. So it's much better.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. I had a great January. In February, for the whole month, I've only sold 7 items so far.
Remove 7. Wow. You have a well, guys, Dave only does it like pretty part-time. Oh, and if you haven't, put a comment back down in the thing so people can subscribe to you. I don't do it that hard. I just do it the 3 dots way, though. I guess I could go get your link, or maybe Bumcrack wants to get your link. He's an expert at link fetching. But make sure you subscribe to Dave. He's like a full-time nurse and a part-time picker.
This is my first time using StreamYard on the computer. Last time was on my phone. So I'm trying to figure out how I can chat in StreamYard, or do I have to flip back to
Oh,
YouTube?
there is a tab for the live chat up at the top, but the if you go to the top of the chat thingy somewhere, there should be a tab that says live chat up on the top.
Yeah, live comments.
Yeah, live comments. Oh, I don't know if you can chat from there though. You might have to pull up the YouTube one to actually chat. But you did put a thing in the chat, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm flipping back and forth between YouTube and StreamYard.
I'm missing some more people. Nana, hi Nana and Patty. Who else did I miss? There's Dwayne. Hi Dwayne. The mothership is here. In Las Vegas Thrifts. And Tim is here somewhere. Hi, Tim Glock fan. That Tim. Hello, everybody. So make sure you subscribe to Dave, please. Pretty please. So you have to take a short break and then go back to work, huh?
Yeah, I'm eating my Burger King and chatting with Dee, and then I have to get back to work.
I haven't had Burger King in such a long time. That used to be my favorite.
Yeah, I don't do it too often, but I just had the desire. So, do you have a topic for today? Is it about what sold?
Yeah, I usually do show what I sold over the weekend.
Okay.
I've already packed everything up, so I have to show it on screen. But you want to show what you sold? Do you sell anything that you want to show?
I would if I sold anything. I haven't sold that much.
Okay.
You mean like share my screen type thing?
Oh, you don't have to, but yeah.
Let's see here. And it's okay to show the seller's ID or the buyer's ID is all right?
Well, I usually yeah, I don't know. I show them.
I can click on it, especially these brass things.
Dave, he's in West Michigan, not far from me, Tim. He's probably half an hour away from where I am. Depends on who's driving, I guess.
I'm going to try sharing my screen. See, hopefully I don't break something.
Oh, I don't think you'll break something. I just think I have to
I don't know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, there we go. You can see that?
No.
Oh, you don't see it? I see it, but you don't. Okay.
I have to click on it, but I don't see it.
Okay, I'll just skip it. I need a lot of practice with this StreamYard. I can't talk, click, and read comments all at the same time. I'm a little old.
Johnny says he sold $629.50 in 2 days.
Wow.
He sold test strips that sold 2 minutes. In 2 minutes. Test strips are the thing to sell, I guess. That and masks. Those sell pretty fast too. Mm-hmm. I got a box of masks at 5 to 1 on Saturday, and I sold them within an hour. And that's the second box I got that I sold. They don't have any. The bays have been on fire, says Cody Brew. Yeah. Sometimes they're on fire. Here, I'll show you what I sold this weekend.
When you're done, I can tell you what I sold.
This isn't the ideal way to do it, but well, you got to go, so you can go first. Oh no, where'd he go?
I'm here.
I clicked on the wrong thing. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh man, this takes a lot of practice reading these comments.
Yeah, it does.
I feel bad for missing them, but yeah, I sold some ornate brass foot rail brackets. It's not really a bolo, but if you see anything solid brass is going to sell. People collect it. if it's a certain topic, like say if it's a hot plate or trivet or a wall hanger and it's solid brass lamps, I happen to find these brackets for like a foot rail or a handrail. You want to stay away from the plated brass, but if it's solid and it's really heavy, sometimes people will collect anything in that category, paperweights, all of that stuff. So I've never had a solid brass item not sell. They sell really good.
I guess I probably don't know the difference between how to tell the difference between solid and plated.
Solid
That's
brass
my
is
issue.
yeah, it's super heavy. It's about as heavy as lead. Where if it's a brass plate, you can tell it just feels like stamped sheet metal. That's just looks
Oh,
like
okay.
brass, but it's really light.
Okay.
What else did I
There's
sell?
always so much to learn. Oh my God.
Yeah, comes with time.
Especially if you're selling antiques and stuff like that, or
hmm
vintage items and stuff like that.
I sold
Um,
some supplements. I don't recommend that because they take forever. GNC Cat's Claw bark. It took about a year to sell that. It was a retail arbitrage. I got that like 90% off at Walgreens. The reason it took so long is because you're competing with thousands of sellers on Amazon and eBay.
right.
And, the temptation is you walk into a Rite Aid or a Walgreens and they have a clearance box or end cap and it's 90% off. And it's supplements and vitamins. And it's tempting to get it because it's so cheap, but
Right.
it takes forever to sell.
This is an example of retail arbitrage that was very cheap, like 90% off. But I sold it in just a few days, and I have some more. So hopefully they'll sell just as quick. And another thing is Rogaine. I had no idea that stuff sold so fast.
hmm
But I just got lucky and found like 6 or 8 of them, and they just sell like bam, 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 bam. Just
Yeah.
like but I've been doing a lot of retail arbitrage.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
tricky business.
yeah. I also like make sure I check the sell through rate. If it's
Mhm.
not if nothing has sold, if it's listed and nothing has sold, I usually stay away from it unless I think it might be just a unusual item, and that's why it hasn't sold. But most of the time I can find the sell through rate and determine if I want to get it or not. But
Mhm.
like
That's
I also got like shaving stuff usually sells pretty decent. But I just sold an old book that was a book about old clue game. $100, $110. Holy crap! You sold an old clue game book for $95. That's crazy. That's
that's why
insane.
I like selling collectibles because you don't have as much competition as you do retail arbitrage.
Yeah. And that is exactly why I can't wait for yard sales again.
hmm
I do, I do check the thrift stores, but I don't spend a lot of time in them for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I just get frustrated. But and there's a lot of competition at the thrift stores.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy because I see the same people all the time.
Yeah, it's funny when I forget to turn my ringer down on my cell phone and I get the cha-ching sound while I'm in a thrift store. About 5 people look and smile at me.
That happened to me this morning. I went to 5 to 1 and I got a cha-ching and everybody was looking.
hmm
I didn't. I ended up walking out without getting anything because I got a call about our taxes and I got frustrated, so I dumped everything out of my bag and left. I didn't
Oh.
really have any good stuff anyway because it's Monday and those bins are already full of crap. Oh my god.
hmm
Um, the 5 to 1 bins are kind of crazy. Sometimes you can find really really good stuff, but you really have to dig through them. The difference is the stuff is normally clean, because it's just like Amazon shelf pulls and returns and stuff.
Have you been to the Rescue Mission thrift store on Apple by the highway?
Yeah. I haven't been there in quite a long time, but yeah.
I got a really good score there Saturday. Noritake fruit bowl from 1910, and they had it priced for $3.
Wow.
And obviously they didn't know what it was, but yeah, that was a good score.
When I was going in there though, I wasn't looking for glass either. So there's another one, just a little bit further down, past the Goodwill store, probably 2 or 3 blocks down. There's another thrift store that you might not know about. It's called Dibs on Resale.
No.
And that one's okay. That one's pretty good. It's a local one, so it's not a chain or anything.
If you go east, there's a thrift store called the Man Cave.
Oh yeah, I've been there a few times.
Pretty high price, but you have to look, and I found something good there.
I don't go there a lot. I've stopped there a few times because in the summertime they'll put stuff out in the driveway, like a yard sale.
Okay. I have to jump off the live, but I will be in the chat and working at the same time, so I'll be multitasking.
Cool. Thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, this was fun. I'm trying to do this more often. Spring break, April 2 through 10, I'm doing a staycation, so I'll be here every single day.
Cool.
I'll jump in more then, too.
Yeah, I'll have to try to do a weekend one so you can come on, too.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
But, okay, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, and to everybody that's watching me in the chat, did you notice this super cool logo? I'll be in my next video giving Dee another shout out. This logo is just awesome. Everybody loves it.
That's cool. I didn't draw. Linda drew the picture, and I made the rest of it. So
yeah, it's really nice.
I sometimes I get embarrassed when I get shout outs. Like I told
you gotta get used to it.
I told Kevin no shout out necessary, and he's done it like 3 times.
Yeah.
But anyway.
All right. Well, I'm gonna pretend to go back to work now.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
See ya. Thanks for joining. Okay, I will go back to what I saw. Oh, there's the lobster coming on. He must have scrolled way up there and found that link. How you doing, lobster?
Good. How are you?
Michigan Bob.
I figured I'd come back on and support the Michigan trend that we're having here.
Except you're a California boy now.
Yeah, but I've been on the eastern part of Michigan.
That's I mean, I would like to be somewhere warm too, because I don't like cold anymore. Hi, Kathy.
When it gets below 73 degrees, it gets cold here.
Really? I mean, I keep my house at 66, and that's pretty comfortable most of the time.
I think I would do well in a cold climate, though, because I run hot, naturally. So it would be probably ideal for me to be in a colder climate. I always thought it would be easier to put clothes on and get warm than to be hot and try to stay cooler. It's more energy wasted. So what you got planned for today, being a holiday and all? Yeah, right.
Just the same old stuff. I mean, eBay, you have to really work at it now to get sales.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But I don't mind. Gotta have something to do, right?
Right.
I don't think I have any bolos that I sold this weekend. I was looking. Everything took, at least a week to sell.
You guys still have snow on the ground over there?
Oh yeah. We actually didn't have snow for a while, but it snowed last week and it hasn't melted yet because it's cold. It's 28 degrees today.
Wow, that's cold, D.
Yeah, I know that's cool. I mean, it could be colder. It could be worse. For reals. Hello, Siosa, Lisa, and Dawn is here. Dawn and I did a private hangout last night, and we were getting some work done. She watched me hang the cups up there. See those cups?
Oh, there you go.
Those are my reseller cups.
Nice. I went to the Dollar Tree probably like 2 weeks ago and bought like 24 mugs. And I'm just going to try to sample a few things before I put in an order for them. Spent some of my tip money, and I did that. I'm counting my tip money right now as we are doing this. But yeah, I plan on doing like flipping lobster, you know, to commemorate you. So we'll have to throw your Flippin'Particle lobster. I'm gonna do a couple for the other channels that I enjoy watching.
I didn't get my Lonnie cup up there, which is just an orange cup now because
Right.
I lost the hook behind. I dropped it and it's behind the
Behind the shelf.
yeah.
Yeah, when I get that done, I still have your address. I'll just ship it off to you.
That's cool.
You get a nice red one. I can see a nice red one up there.
That's where the reseller mugs go up there. I mean, I got a lot of trim places to put them, so
Yeah. Nice little hiding spots for some cash too. You can throw cash in the cup.
oh, good idea.
Yeah.
But I never save my money.
Oh, I try to.
To 9-pound hammer.
Tough. Hey, so I have a question for you. On eBay, when you go to do your listing and you do your research to see what's on there, what's sold, who's, you know, I'm sure you do all your homework as far as like who's selling the same item. Have you noticed lately that, like, say you go into a listing and you might pull it as sell like item, you hit that little button.
Yeah.
That formats it for you, and then you modify everything to fit your need.
Right.
You get emails from eBay that say this item is no longer available from the one that you originally clicked to modify for your own.
No, but I have emails like price drops and stuff like that. And I talked about last week. I don't know if you missed it, but I sold this stuffed animal that turns into a hoodie. And, I had a green one which my sister bought, and I had a rainbow unicorn one, and I called her up to yell at her for buying it for starters, because she buys things off eBay instead of calling me and telling me that she wants it, right?
Right.
So I call her up and we were talking for like 5 minutes or so, and I hung up and I got an offer for what I thought was the other one that I had that was the purple unicorn. But it turns out they were sending me an offer and I accidentally bought it.
Oh my God. That's why you're not able to save any of your money.
No, I mean, I bought it because I thought she was offering me an offer for mom.
Yeah.
And that only happened because, you know, I looked up the comps for it and did a similar.
Yeah, I did offers yesterday. I trimmed, I think I had of 800 and some odd items I have in my store. I only have like 7 off or what do you call them? Offers to buyers or whatever that they automatically send you.
Yeah.
And I did it yesterday because I got tired of having all those like little messages below my categories on eBay, and I only made $20 yesterday by doing that, trimming those prices like that. And I thought, well, it's $20 I didn't have or wouldn't have made, but I don't know. I kind of got motivated. I was watching Nevermore Antiques, and I saw his thumbnail. I haven't seen his video, but he said he made a comment in one of the chats we were in. And he said, you know, he got like 387 of those messages from eBay to lower his prices. And he did that. And apparently he made like $500 by doing that.
Wow. Oh, that was weird. I'm trying to see how many offers I sent out. Let me see. I have 47 eligible right now. I must not have sent out any out because it doesn't
You
say.
need to do that because I just did it as an experiment, and out of 7, I made $20. I mean, I lost $3 originally from the original price. $20.
I usually like do them in bulk and do like 10%.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll probably do it again later, but I want to do some other things first.
Yeah.
Before I do that.
I like that feature.
Yeah. I don't get a lot of return on it. In one time I got like 100 notifications because eBay was screwing around with things.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of people declining the offers, and that was crazy. I don't know what they were doing that weekend, but they made a change so all the declines came into your notifications.
Right.
That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll blow stuff out that way if it's been sitting for more than 6 months. I have a 6-month rule. Unless it's something that I really want for myself, I'll put it in my store and I'll just put some ridiculous price on it and put best offer and see just to see what the market would bear.
Yesterday I sent a bunch of hats, and last summer I bought a big lot of hats and pins. And I made my money back on them really quick. Mostly from the pins, but they were drag racing pins, and it was this guy's whole collection of hats. And I made my money back a long time ago. So yesterday, the ones that I had left, I just like sent to auction. We'll see what happens with that.
Now, when you do that, do you have to drive when you send to the auction? Do you have to just drive down with a box? I think I've seen you before where you just had a couple boxes or whatever. You just drive it down there and you give them an inventory list, and then they tag it for you.
Well, yeah, for that, yes. But this I did the eBay auction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you do any more, or do you just do till canceled? Other than those hats you just mentioned, is that the only thing that you kind of auction off?
Occasionally, I'll send something to auction, but I don't do it very often because I don't get much of a return off it.
Right.
I keep up every day with my price with eBay going price and change some, and with also making offers this weekend has been helping me with sales. 14% off for Valentine's, and it worked. Yeah, I do a lot of different things to get sales. And it seems to be helping. My February is much, better than January.
Yeah, I saw your graph, and you're making your $100 goal or whatever, right, per day.
Yeah, and I'm trying to raise that up to 200, but
right,
so far.
Tough, that's why when I did mine, I think I did a goal or a task for myself, or a challenge, I guess you could call it, where if I can make $60 a day just on eBay alone and not spend it and save it for 5 years. I mean, those are some pretty tough things right there with a family and needs and responsibilities. Right. That's $100,000.
Yeah.
That's $100,000. And that's just one platform. So if I was thinking, if I could just sell on one platform, just stuff that, whatever, I got to go and spend $1 to make 10. And if you could make $60 a day on that one platform and not touch it, just keep feeding it, do all the responsibilities that go with it, and do that for 5 years, that's $100,000. And the only reason I think that way is because, like 5 years ago, doing the same thing, didn't have a plan, and I'm not $100,000 richer. So I'm like, 5 years is going to go like this.
That's what I was doing with Mercari. I was just leaving the money there, but I eventually caved and transferred it to my bank account.
Well, sometimes things happen and you need it.
I didn't need it, but I just got tired of looking at it sitting there, so I transferred it.
I never get tired of looking at money.
And Mercari has just not been very good. I mean, it was good like around Christmas time, but it's just
right
off.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot.
Oh, so I guess it's just good for like holidays. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about using Macari and Poshmark for some clothing, but I haven't heard any positive things at the moment. So I don't know. I might still do it. I'm not set up to do displays yet for clothing. I usually just take and pull back the bed or the comforter on the bed and put a sheet down, or I'll just put the sheet over the comforter like a white one because I have good lighting in one of the rooms. But I don't know.
That's mainly why I don't do clothes, because I just can't get good pictures.
Yeah, I'm that's one of my faults right now. I'm trying to do better with it, but it's so dark and gloomy in here, and I've got some makeshift little dollar store photo booth that I made. It seems to be working better than what I had up here before, but now it's my lighting, so I got to change my bulbs out. Get one of those Amazon lights with the booth.
My sales for the month so far, 1,183.75. Sales for January was 1,300. So you're gonna surpass your January for sure.
Is that KJ?
I think Q4 is overrated all around. I've always said that though.
That Amazon Q4 freaking rocked my world.
I'm like really after looking at my taxes, I'm like really disappointed with Amazon because between the gross and the net is just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a huge difference. It really is.
It's like a third. The net is about a third of the gross because of
the post office. I mean, I can't even imagine what the post office made. Because I looked at all those shipping fees. That was my major expense for the 2019.
Yeah.
They over exceeded any other expense except for my living expenses, obviously, but that comes from another kitty. But for selling online, shipping was the number one thing. And I think that's probably with everybody across the board.
Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah, I guess that does it includes the shipping too, the fees and the shipping. So, but it was like a third. It was crazy. The guy who was haunting me for weeks, I finally gave in to his price, and now he's claiming INAD. Oh my God, I've had somebody harassing me for a refund on Amazon, Greg, and I'm pretty sure it was a drop shipper to begin with, and the tracking says it was delivered, and he's saying that it was not delivered, and he wants a refund. This is way back in December because it was delivered. It was delivered on December 24th.
As long as it shows delivered, you don't have to do anything, and Amazon shouldn't automatically submit it.
He keeps sending me emails about it though. He won't shut up.
Then you block. You either block him or report him to Amazon.
I reported him finally because
don't answer to his messages anymore. As long as it shows delivered, it's in your favor. You go tell him to kick rocks and just walk away from it.
Is that eBay or Amazon, Greg? Item not as described is usually eBay, right?
Yeah, that's eBay. But then again, Amazon doesn't it does give the seller an option to describe it in the condition portion of the listing,
right?
But people typically don't use that feature. It's just that's why I think Amazon is actually easier. I think I was going to do a video on that.
I use it for books sometimes, but I mostly,
You find it easier though?
Oh yeah, it is easier for listing stuff.
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
Because people who go on Amazon, I mean, I don't actually have a Prime account to purchase things on Amazon. I don't buy so many things. If I do, I always go to eBay. I'm very faithful and loyal to eBay. But for Amazon, it just seems so much easier to just scan. You hit a couple buttons, you put in a SKU, you put in your quantity, your price, and then you submit it. Mm-hmm. That's it. eBay, I'm sitting there for like maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes, depending on the item, putting in all these little, detailed things, which is important. I get that part, but I don't know. I find Amazon easier. It's just harder to get into it.
Yeah, and and to make real money, you have to basically be a slave. For Amazon.
I'm rolling a money joint.
No offense, Greg, but you're not a slave. But oh.
So if it's any consolation, D, after you pay your taxes, just think that Jeff Bezos won't have to pay any for Amazon.
Yeah, that's annoying, isn't it?
I don't know how they get away with that.
Well, we had a big foobar with the taxes because I don't know. They didn't get done correctly. That I know that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But so now we have to do an amendment because magically the person did it like in one day. Usually we go to this person it takes her like a month to do it. But
right.
Yesterday Linda went to somebody that like did it right while she was sitting there, and it was not correct. She didn't have all.
I was gonna say that's a little scary.
She didn't have all the information.
Yeah, because there's a lot of expenses you got to claim to kind of hopefully override the revenue that you earned. I'm actually going to tackle my own taxes this year.
Anyone having issues with their eBay app saying it's out of date and there's no update available? What? Nope. I don't have it.
No, I was just on it this morning.
Is that iPhone or Android? What is this? Weird email. Android or iPhone, Paul? Because I have a Android, of course. My app is good. Was it the app itself that said that, or did you get some kind of weird email?
Be careful if it was an email because it might be a phishing one, Paul.
Hey, Sheely. It's iPhone. I don't know. I don't do iPhone. I'm Google all the way, even though it pisses me off. It spies on me. I'm sure the iPhone spies on you too, but sometimes somebody will say something like you might say something, and my Google will start talking. I watched your video, Vale, the one where you were doing a haul from the thrift store that actually follows you on YouTube. Awkward. What? Oh yeah. Now they're gonna start charging you more Vale Milk. I saw that. Her Vale Milk's thrift store started following her on YouTube.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, they're learning her ways.
Now every time they see Vale Milk, they're gonna run over and change all.
Yeah, she's gonna have to start going in with like a disguise or something, like wear a beard and some stuff. They're like, here comes that YouTuber again.
Yeah,
Paul. All of a sudden the prices increased by 50%.
I would do what Nana Tink Treasures just suggested: uninstall and reinstall. After eBay fixed my store glitch, I actually have 6 sales now. Yeah, people. I was made fun of for that because I called eBay a couple months ago and asked them to refresh my store, and of course I was made fun of that because I did that. But that's just because some people don't understand how databases work.
Hey, so if Val blocks that small thrift store employee or owner or whatever it was, and from the YouTube, will they know that? They won't be able to see the video, right? Or they won't be able to comment on it? Or they can't see her?
She can go in disguise now.
Yeah, because somebody just said just block it, but I thought that would be kind of harsh,
I mean, it's a database. You can do a lot of things to databases, and that's why eBay is screwing around with it all the time. And I mean, I built databases before, so yes, you can refresh. If you have a store, it's a different story. If you just have a plain old eBay account, if you have a store, because it's like a section in the database, it can be refreshed. But they will only do it as a courtesy once in a while. They won't do it all the time.
Still getting those red dots in your listings?
Oh, yeah, I still get those. I still clear them out every day.
I wonder why that is, because I haven't seen those in mine.
Really?
Yeah. I was looking for it that first day you mentioned it.
Every day.
Maybe I'm not looking in the right spot.
Every day I had if I open it up, there'll be one, at least, sometimes 3.
Well, I am a strong believer in now. I never used to do it until I started watching everybody within our circle since December, that listing every day or listing relatively close, consistently does spike your sales. I strongly believe that does something.
Oh yeah, you have to at least
keep feeding it, and it in turn over time it pays you back in a way by selling something.
Yeah, and sometimes I even like end items and relist or sell similar just to update them. So
yeah, I've done that too, and it was the 50th anniversary, I think it was, or the 20. No, it was some Star Wars Lego thing I just sold, and had been sitting there since October, and it was the last one, and the box was kind of chawed up, but I kept the price, and I just did sell similar, and kept photos and just changed the title a little bit, and it sold the next day with best offer. So I don't know. So that's definitely a good tip that I've got from all you guys.
I just sold the Lego. I just sold a Ninjago mech yesterday. It's a Lego. It was one that was standing up there for the longest time, and I sold it yesterday.
Nice.
And I listed it like 2 days ago, so pretty quick.
How much sourcing have you done so far this year with the month and a half or so that we've gotten into it?
A lot.
Really? Would you say more so now than you did maybe in 19 at the beginning?
Well, last year in January, I was like buying a lot of shoes and stuff to send to Amazon.
Yeah.
So I did a lot of sourcing last year at this time too, but I'm doing a lot of sourcing right now because there's a lot of sales going on around me, and it's mostly RA because my favorite stores to RA at are doing major remodeling. Yeah, so there's a lot of good sales going on.
Yeah, I like doing that with the grocery stores too. When they start rearranging their yearly like items on the shelf, and they start moving around, and manufacturers will want to have it at a different shelf, and they pay a different price, or they'll reorganize the store to make the flow more sensible. Mm-hmm. They start going through all the products that are getting close to their dates. And right now, the Vons in this area of California, which is, I think, a Safeway, maybe where you're at, or a Farmer John's, I don't know if that's even a Michigan thing, or an IGA. What's your major grocery store over there? None of those?
Meyer.
Okay. But they put these enormous like clearance displays up, and it goes from, over the counter prescriptions to freaking cake mix. I mean, it was just so much stuff to look at, but we got a couple things to put on Amazon.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. A lot of different things. I haven't really messed around with the food a lot because every time I check, I don't find anything that I can, make any money on. So
I'm telling you right now, here's a bolo right here, D. Anything canned goods, that's a specialty need niche. And when I say that, I'm saying, like, for instance, let's say Greek food in a can. It's lightweight. You could ship it first class unless there's a multiple item request for the order. But I have a can of something that I put on Amazon. It's a 9.9 ounce can. It's Greek related. It costs me less than $1 a can, and I sell it for $12.99 on Amazon ship.
Jeez.
And it's a hell of a markup. I do that with Mexican products too. So canned goods are overlooked. But I sell like you're gonna need a special ingredient for something to make your dish complete. And people, believe it or not, will pay up for it. So if it has, like in my case, if it has a basic taste to it, a mild taste, or a hot, or maybe a verde or a rojo or a red sauce to it, you get the hot one. And it may take a while, but don't buy a bunch of it. But the markup on it is unbelievable.
I should go down to the basement and scan the stuff down in our apocalypse store.
There you go. There you go. Just make sure the dates are within the 6th month or so.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
You could do seller or merchant fulfilled right there from the house.
Right.
Not even have to send it in.
And that's what I'm always sending in books currently, but or I have a few things that I might send in that I've had a while, but mostly I just ship from here. But I don't know.
I think it's so much easier. I haven't really sold a whole lot of books like that. I just put a Spanish book that was called Tusamor or something like that, and I don't remember where I got it from, but it was in the room, and I was like, yeah, let's see, and it sold the next day for $10. So.
Well, that's why I still have all these books, because they don't sell very fast. Merchant fulfilled. I even have seller fulfilled Prime, but I only do regional.
Yeah.
So
I did nationwide one day for 15 minutes, D. Oh my God,
it's horrible.
Terrible. I got my ass handed to me that day. I was at work.
Yeah,
I didn't even get the email until like at 12:15. I was 15 minutes in my lunch break, and it said, "Congratulations, you are now nationwide seller fulfilled Prime." And that's all I was working for. That was my hurdle for that particular period of time. I gotta get seller fulfilled Prime. It's gonna make so much money. Oh my Lord, my asshole was handed to me on a silver platter. Within it was like a 3-hour period. I had spent over $450 in shipping. Oh my God. I mean, I was sending stuff to the East Coast. I'm like, is there anybody in California?
I know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Oh my God, it was so crazy. I made a video on it. I was so stressed. And then I had a really small 9x6x2 package. It was a candy or something. It was going to New Jersey. It cost me $1. I sold it for like $9, but it cost me $22 to send it next day. I was like, oh my God.
I know. I don't understand why people need next day all the time.
I remember somewhere in the chats in the last couple of days, somebody came in and said that somebody ordered a Christmas ornament, and it was just in the last couple of days.
That was me. Somebody ordered a Star Wars ornament, and they wanted it next day.
Maybe they still got their tree up. I don't know. Oh God.
Well, or they just want it for not a Christmas tree. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have a little Wonder Woman hanging there, because I never even have a tree. So, hello, Average Joe PT. Who else did I miss coming here? Jeez.
Yeah, I heard now people are leaving their trees up until after Valentine's Day.
I think Pat leaves his up all the time.
Yeah.
Pat D's.
Yeah, Pat D72. Yeah, last year I found a little like a tinsel tree with red lights on it, and it was pink, and it was during Christmas, and I found it in the trash. I brought it home, and it was our Valentine's tree for the kids. This year we didn't put it up. We just put up little decor for them, and that was pretty much it. We didn't do the tree this year for them.
Hello, Swift Seller. Yeah, I even made a mistake of putting nationwide on something recently, and I'm like, how did that happen? Oh my God!
Right.
It's like I had to pay like $20 shipping or something like that.
Yeah, that opened my eyes up right then and there, because usually something that's under the 16 ounces goes for like $3 or $4, right?
Mhm.
But yeah, this next day thing was like $22. I was like, oh my God, I'm not letting. I lost. I had, at the end of the day, after I did all the numbers, I lost $192 in 15 or almost 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, never do the nationwide.
No,
Never. Oh, Johnny uses his tree for different holidays all year round. And hi, Susan, how you doing? And there's the Bolo buddy. Um. I know your name, but it just like flew right out of my head. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, I hate that when that happens. I know her name. I know Bolo Buddy's name, but it won't come to me. Now I'm embarrassed. Okay, that made me go off on another. But here's the thing. Here's a couple of things I haven't packed yet. So this Columbia jacket. It's like a waterproof jacket.
Mm-hmm.
So that I got that. That's a retail arbitrage I got from
Did you bag that yourself, or did you buy it like that?
I bagged it.
Nice.
But I think I sold it for 31 plus shipping. I think 31 something.
Isn't it amazing what people will pay for an item? I mean, just between you and that item, what that you paid for it. It's phenomenal to me that people will pay a retail price for something that you got for a couple bucks.
Well, this is a retail arbitrage, so.
Oh, okay. I
think I paid $9 for it.
But still, to make $39 or $31
for $31.59.
Yeah, and then after shipping, you do a free ship on that with the bubbler, $7 or whatever.
No, they pay for shipping $4.99. It looks like.
So it's still you're gonna soak up maybe a couple more dollars in that, because I'm sure that's over 16 ounces. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
What size was that? Was that a large?
That's 3X.
Ooh, shoot, that would fit me.
That's under 14 ounces.
Yeah, there you go. First class. Yeah.
Yeah, be a little bit over 14 with the bag. So
nice.
And I also sold this book. I got the book for 50 cents, and I sold it for $16.96 plus shipping.
I wish I could get some more books. I work on the weekends, so I can't take advantage of the garage sales. And then Goodwill, I mean, their cheapest book is $1.99.
Well, I get these from a guy. I got a guy for books.
Everybody's got a guy.
But I haven't been picking up any books lately because I just I'm afraid of getting sued.
Well, that's with anything you sell. I even I was watching Thrifting Lounge with what is it? What's his name? John, I believe. It's hard to remember the names.
Thrifting Lounge is Kevin.
Kevin, is it Kevin? Sorry. Yeah, he's come back into the arena. But he was showing his sales, which, by the way, I can't stand when people do that. I mean, it's nice to see what you're selling and everything, but when you're doing it back to back and back and back and over and over and over again, it gets a little tiring on the eyes. But he had a shirt, a Harley Davidson shirt, but it was specialized on a specific area of, I want to say Florida comes to mind, a special store or whatever. Apparently he got a nasty gram on eBay to have him. He was getting what they call a Vero, which was basically kind of like something you would get with an IP in Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
The infringement thing, and eBay said no, sorry, but he was still able to sell it. And he said, and I asked him about it, and he said something like eBay basically said it could have been a disgruntled employee that just gave it away and donated it. But the shop was coming after him with these nasty messages telling them to pull the ad, pull the listing.
It's like a motorcycle shop or something.
Yeah, it was the shop itself on the shirt. So he sold it because it was a Harley Davidson product, which sells very well on eBay. But the shop was sending him messages to drop the listing. They didn't want him selling that shirt.
Wow.
And eBay allowed it.
Well, the problem with getting sued though is the guy that I get my books from is getting sued for selling textbooks.
New?
Well, I don't know if they sell them new or not, but
Yeah, I would say that you could sell them used. I mean, because what about all those bookstores that sell used textbooks?
There's a textbook company that's going after sellers claiming that they're selling counterfeit books.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just behind this wall right here of Ben's, there's a machine. I got Ben Franklin behind me. He's printing off all the books.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I told the lawyer when I got a bureau for it. I said it's not like I'm in my basement printing books, for God's sakes.
What did the lawyer say to you after that?
He said, "You're still responsible for selling counterfeit books." And I'm like, "How do I know it's counterfeit? How did you know it's counterfeit?"
So if you have the receipt showing of where you bought it, then you bought it from a thrift store or bought it from a guy or whatever. Can you trace it back to where you originated it from?
Well, the problem is with these books that I'm getting, they come from Amazon. So they're Amazon shelf pulls. So, and the mistake I made was if it was restricted on Amazon, I would list it on eBay. And now I know that's a mistake. If it's restricted on Amazon, it's restricted for a reason. Well, but I still think they're claiming that they're counterfeit books just to stop the competition, because textbook companies want to be the prime.
Yeah, they want to make the most money out of it as possible. Yeah. So, are you in hot water because of that, or?
Well, I got a bureau a few months ago, and I was suspended for 3 days.
So that's the outcome of selling that book?
But the guy that I get the books from, he's actually getting sued by the lawyer by the textbook companies.
And he's not a happy camper right now.
Right. He had to get a lawyer, and he said there's like 70 or 80 people on the lawsuit that he's on. So they're going after the sellers of books now, instead of going after the freaking counterfeiters.
Well, the counterfeiters are across the way. I don't know of too many people that would, if I was in the counterfeiting ring and I was to make a fake product, it wouldn't be books. I can guarantee you that. Right. The amount of effort and the time that would be spent to make a book and put it in print, it'd be a lot of time wasted versus making money. Printing money would be the way to go. That seems to be the easiest thing. It'd be through the roller and out and ready to go.
Oh, one of those copper things, Johnny, like a knee brace or copper socks or whatever the heck they are. Is that what you're talking about? He got that. I have one of those things listed. I wonder. He got a bureau for a Tommy copper thing. I'm guessing that's like the knee braces and stuff. So if I do get more books, they will not be anywhere near textbooks. This is kind of a text. This is a textbook, but I listed it as used good.
That's why I'm thinking I wouldn't be discouraged, D, if you get textbooks, because I have textbooks on my account, but I never put new. I put always used.
These were
I always throw some kind of comment
in them as used, very good.
Okay.
But apparently they bought one of my books, and the code didn't work in it, so they said it was counterfeit. And I'm like, I don't know. It doesn't look counterfeit, but whatever.
Well, I think then now that you've mentioned that, I think what I'm going to start doing is, because with Amazon, they give you that option to take the photo while I'm scanning. What's that? eBay. Oh, for eBay?
Yeah.
I wonder if we took a picture when you do that, take a picture of the UPC code. I mean, you can counterfeit that though too, but if you're going to counterfeit something, maybe we need to take more descriptive photos of the books and show their
I
flaws.
always take photos. I don't use
Yeah.
defaults for books and DVDs. I never use the defaults. I always take pictures, but I don't know.
I'm just thinking the more photos on a book, especially a textbook, because if you buy something for $1 and say you can get a $50 to $60 return on it, why not take pictures of the corners? Why not take pictures of the flaws that you could possibly show or describe? Because if you're going to counterfeit something like that, why would these flaws even exist on the item? I don't know. I'm just thinking it might be in case you get another Vero. And speaking to anyone, it's just me thinking out loud. I think that's what I'm going to do. Keeping any documentation.
Yeah, I don't.
To get sued, that's crazy over a book.
Yeah, he said the lawyer told him he's got to send some books to the lawyer that's suing him. And the lawyer told him to mark the pages or mark a certain page, just to identify that it was actually the books that he sent, and because they'll probably send them back to him. I don't know, but he's getting sued, and he had to get a lawyer, and so that makes me not want to get any more books, but I just have to do it smarter, I guess.
9 Pound Hammer has a question for you. He's got over 10,000 books, and that was printed before the ISB and the UPCs. Where does he suggest that you sell them?
Holy crap, that's a lot of.
I'd say eBay.
Yeah, I don't.
That's a lot of books, though.
That's a lot of books. I don't think you'd be able to. I don't think they would just fall off the cliff on Amazon, probably.
Yeah. There's a lot of information that's probably outdated there, but it might be worth looking through and getting some of the older ones, especially the readers. As far as like technology and things like that, I don't want to say get rid of them, but
I made a bad buy like that once of some books that some lady was selling. I filled up the trunk of my car and for $20, and they were all friggin' duds.
Yeah.
That was a waste of $20.
Right. Yeah, I'm getting ready to list some old books. I got that old book I found that was from 1792. I'm going to see what it goes for. It's probably not going to fetch too much. And I've got some other ones from the Civil War, and I might look into see what the deal is with that. Depending on the price, it's going to determine whether I get rid of it or if I hang on to them. But I don't have the means other than in here to store something that old and properly store it. Then I would rather sell it to somebody who collects it and can properly maintain it.
I think that's what I think it is to Pleasant Valley is they're just trying to eliminate competition. Period.
Yeah, and that's the same with Amazon. It's all day with that.
Even with the used books, they don't want any competition. They want
it started when D says that. It started with the overseas Mad Hatters that would come in and be selling the counterfeit stuff. And that caused a huge problem because at one time, Amazon, for instance, didn't control that. People were just coming in and just blowing up things with all this crap, and customers weren't being satisfied with the goods, and they started complaining. Amazon patched it. Now, in the States, at least, on Amazon.com, and it's only within the United States that we're competing with each other. Like D and I would be competing for a book, and she could put a claim in towards me for selling the same book. It comes from the same source, and she could say it's counterfeit. Next thing you know, I'm having to answer to Jeff and all his little minions on why I'm selling a counterfeit book. It just creates so much trouble because there's so much volume.
Did you see? Oh my God!
Go ahead.
Crazy. 9 Pound Hammer. Did you see 2 chicks responses? Those are helpful. Anyway, I need to get to work. I got to get some work done. Or I'll just sit here and chit chat all day. But anyway, thanks for coming on, Lobster.
No worries. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
I will be back tomorrow, everybody, of course. And stay authentic and be happy, not grouchy like I was earlier. Oh.
See you guys. Take
Bye.
care, D. Bye.